the Jazz Institute of Chicago office on the fifth floor of Chicago's iconic Fine Arts Building on Michigan Avenue. This is also where Jazz Institute hosts its program Front Row, which is a series of intimate live recording concerts and master classes. You can find out more at jazzinchicago.org/front row. And I'm here with Alejandro Salazar from the Afro-Cuban Exchange. How are you today?
I'm super good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. We're so glad that you can join us today. You are going to be performing at 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 1st at the Harris Rooftop Terrace, and we are very excited about that. So I just wanted to know what led you to jazz, and at what age did you start realizing it was something you wanted to get into?
Yeah, actually, thanks to the Jazz Institute of Chicago, I started at around, I've been playing drums and just been around music kind of all my life. But I really became dedicated to the craft around like my sophomore year of high school. So, when you're around 15 years old, and I joined the Jazz Institute of Chicago, and they kind of just opened the world to me to jazz and really how to study it and really, keep the tradition alive and well while pushing the music forward. So deep gratitude to the Jazz Institute of Chicago. But yeah, just around the age of 15, and these other and Jazz Institute alongside other programs in the city, just really help the kids it kind of all my life. But I really became dedicated to the craft around like my sophomore year of high school. So, when you're around 15 years old, and I joined the Jazz Institute of Chicago, and they kind of just opened the world to me to in the city of Chicago really progress and really push forward with the music that if they want to, and also it's just great for, other students that don't want to pursue, but just love being exposed to music and, wanted to do it for fun. Also, it was a space for them. So it's just Chicago's just a really great space to be an artist or just be a music fan, a music enthusiast. So yeah, I'm very blessed to be from here as well.
Oh, very cool. And now you mentioned that jazz has been a part of your life since you were very young. Did you have any family members that played any instruments?
Uh, no family members that would call themselves musicians. But I just think I come from a very musically inclined family. They just know good music, and so I was surrounded by good music, listening to good music, kind of all my life. So definitely blessed for my family's taste of music. So
Yeah, very nice. So do you have, and I know that you're in the Afro-Cuban exchange, but what are some cultural inspirations that you've been able to pull?
yeah, I think obviously being Cuban American, that's such a big influence already in my life, and the rhythms and just the drums that are coming out of the island is just beautiful. The people are beautiful there, and the music is really just something that is life changing. I've gotten to study in Cuba. Um, this last year, I was there for a month studying and just soaking up the information and really trying to add that to my music and what I have to say. But also, just a big influence in the Black American music lexicon, just the
Mhm.
whole evolution of Black American music in America. Starting with the swing era, even now to hip hop and what people now are doing with music, and just this huge fusion of ideas. It's so beautiful, and I'm very grateful to come from Chicago, a city that has wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gospel music. And so that I think also is a big influence on me. And just growing up in a city that has such amazing musicians and gospel musicians is just another huge influence on me and my playing and like what I want to, deliver to the people.
Yeah, absolutely. So either in the Afro-Cuban community or outside of it, who are some musicians that inspire you, modern or past musicians?
There's obviously the greats, the
Mhm.
masters, um, John Coltrane, Elvin Jones. I really love Justin Brown is kind of a new contemporary, not new, but just a younger contemporary drummer who's just making waves and it's huge inspiration to me. But also, Chucho Valdez,
Mhm.
um, Daphnis Prieto, all these other Cuban musicians also that are kind of in the Latin jazz scene, and a lot of the timba masters of Cuba, Alain Perez and Alexander Abreu, just all these so many different musicians. I feel like I can name like a list of like at least 100, but
Yeah.
to just name a few. And obviously we have the Chicago greats like Von Freeman and Gene Ammons, and just that whole tradition of soul that's coming from Chicago. So yeah, just very inspired by kind of what's in the atmosphere and the environment here.
Yeah, very nice. I'm sure you would love to collaborate with some of your favorite musicians. But who are some musicians that you have been able to collaborate with that you're so grateful for?
Yeah, this band, I'm very grateful to have the musicians and the people really in this band. Not only are they talented, prolific musicians, but they're some of my best friends, and so I'm very honored to be making music with my best friends that I've grown up with. That we used to go to the Jazz Institute on the fifth floor and hang out
Mhm.
there after school and listen to music together. And it was beautiful because we were all kids from different communities, from the west side, from the south side, from the north side, and so we all kind of got together and would hang out and listen to music. And so now I'm very proud and honored to have them in my band. And, so Micah Collier on the bass, who's going to be playing with us, Elio Wajaya on the piano, William Mallard on the trumpet and synths, and Aaron Kaufman Levine on saxophone, and our brother Javier Quintana on the congas. Yeah, those are some of the best musicians, best young musicians in Chicago, and so I'm blessed to, interact with them. But also got to give, a nod to the masters here doing the stuff, like Marcus Carroll, a huge influence on me, and I've been able to collaborate with him and play with him in his band, and that's just a huge honor to me, to be able to play with my mentors and play in their bands. And so yeah, it's a beautiful community here in Chicago.
Oh, that's such a beautiful thing. So tell us about your performance on Sunday. What are you going to be doing for us?
Yeah, so Sunday we're gonna be kind of exploring the sounds of Cuba through, I guess, through my lens of all the knowledge that I've gained here in Chicago and the beautiful music here in Chicago, and just all that jazz and Black American music has to offer. So I'm really trying to fuse the two and really make something that's my own, because I feel like
Mhm.
being from Chicago, but having these strong roots to my heritage and the music of my culture. And I'm really just, but I have so much love for the music that I've learned here and that is from here, which is I am also, American. That is the other part. I'm Cuban American.
Yeah.
So I really just want to show like the love, the peace, and the unity that both of these musics have. And I want to fuse that together to really send out a beautiful message of, you know, no matter where you are, who you are, you can listen to music and you can dance and you can feel good. And so that's the theme for the show on Sunday.
Oh, very cool. Can't wait to see it. Alejandro Salazar from the Afro-Cuban Exchange will be performing at 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 1st at the Harris Rooftop Terrace.